Hello, people of the internet. How's all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Basically just the Cavan and Monaghan coronavirus update. Um, Now I say this before I start. We still don't know about restrictions. We're looking at it every day. We're trying to figure out, is it safe, to bring different things back and to inform the government because the government have asked the local authorities, to make an exception, to make an inspection, in other words, inspection of, how would they take, it will react with, that county's environment, depending on the cases, obviously. And obviously, Cavan, we have it's a it's a bigger increase than any other county outside of Dublin, and comparing with the exception of Cork. But we just don't know yet. As I was the same with many local authorities, we don't know what could happen. Like we thought a while ago, and I quote, and I even said in my video, we thought when there was only two cases for 2 days, we thought that it was finished, it was gone, it was no, it was good, we stopped the spread in Cavan, but unfortunately the spread keeps going on, and there's 38 new cases in Cavan. Now these cases are ranging mostly from patients in the hospital, and mostly it's in the hospital environment in Cavan in general. Um, and some of these are unfortunately in old folks' homes too, and then there's a few in the general public, which is still very concerning. It's very concerning that the few cases are still going around our communities. Especially because a few of these are young people too. Um, but hopefully, please God, they'll be alright. So in total in the Cavan there's 574, nearly going on 600. Like that's a huge for one county. Excluding Monaghan for a second, there's 500, and then add on the 350 and it's in Monaghan. There's Yesterday there was 337. It's a huge increase again in Monaghan. But that equals to 900 in total. Just about over 900, yeah. But just a lot for that's just two counties, and I know good, like unfortunately now, I know a few. I know a good lot of people who have it now. There's actually somebody in my distant family who has it. And she's fighting it. Takes with the God. She's 66 or 67. I don't want either one of the two. One of the two. I'm not too sure on her age, but she's 66 or 67. Anyway, she's my distant family. Very, she wouldn't be related to me, but she'd be distant family. I don't know how would you describe it, but she has it, and she lives in outside Cavan Cross in County Monaghan. Um, yeah, outside Cavan Cross. I'd have to say Castleblaney for a second. Um, but yeah, she has, and thanks to the God, she's fighting. She's doing very well. She's coping very well. Um, she's third day now of it. She's in third day of isolation. And she's doing She's doing very well. I have to say she's finding it very well, and I wish her all the best. I said my best wishes up to her, and her obviously her family lives up there with her. And obviously I know a few other people. Like I know a good few people. I know, and a few people I've met before, and I know I remember meeting them and everything. And unfortunately they have the virus now. Which is terrifying, because especially when you have somebody that close, for somebody close in your family, then we're not really close, but you know what I'm saying, somebody that's in your family, then people that you would meet. Like I know people that I would meet when I was out litter picking. I know, and he lives in Belturbet, and obviously he has a case of the coronavirus. You would often meet him on the road, and toot the horn at you. That kind of way. You just know the sea, but it's hard to know. It's hard to comprehend. The people the people that has it. It's very hard to comprehend. It takes me a long time to register, understand. That somebody in the local community has it. And it's very daunting when you go into detail and you think about it. I don't know why I'm going that rant, so my apologies for that. But my just advice to people: we're hoping. I use the word that we're hoping that the government will let a small bit of the country return to normal, and that includes Cavan and Monaghan. Please God, we can open a few places. I'm hoping that a few places can be opened for our sakes, for the sake of some of the people's mental health. Like the one thing we are very determined in Cavan County Council, and many county councils, many TDs want, is flower shops and hardware shops. So that includes, so basically flowers for people to keep their minds occupied. Hanging up hanging baskets. Sorting out flowers, things like that. People love that. It's something to keep them occupied, and obviously doing DIY in the house. A lot of people are taking to painting and different things in the good weather. So we're hoping that when the government will at least allow us to open them two sectors open in Cavan and Monaghan. But it depends what the government deem. Like, we have no authority until the government says, yeah, you can do it. Which is upsetting that the local authorities haven't got the say until we get the thumbs up from Dublin, in other words. But still, it's for the better. It's for the greater good, as I said. As long as we save lives, then I think it's very worth it. And we save some families the heartbreak of losing loved ones. Then it's extremely worth it, because at this time many people can't grieve properly because they only allow 10 in the church at the time. And that's very difficult not to be able to grieve. That's something that so nobody should ever experience, that you can't go to your own nephew or your own cousin's funeral. It's difficult. It's very, very difficult. Anyway, thank you for watching. Just say to everybody, please do be careful. Be careful out there, and take care and be safe and mind yourself. And bye.